The moment a Liverpool fan racially abused Semenyo on the first game of the Premier League season. But you know what's got me thinking? How are you racist and you're in a wheelchair? Pick a struggle, bro. Big up to Semenyo, because personally, I would have wheeled that brother out of the stadium. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna stand up and stop me? Yeah? Semenyo, he had no reaction. He didn't care, yeah? And you know what? Big up to him. Oh, and by the way, he was arrested during the game. The game is still going on. As I'm speaking, the game is going on. The brother was arrested. They wheeled his ass out of the stadium. But one thing that really gets me, I've seen a lot of people online, I know they're necessarily not real people, hating on Liverpool, saying, oh, Liverpool fans, oh, typical Liverpool fans, bro, what? Oh, right, cause some guy's racist, they're all racist. That's not how it works, bro. Genuinely, I actually hate it when this happens. When one fan of a certain club does something crazy and then everyone else says, I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. I am an Arsenal fan. Why would I blame the whole of Liverpool's fan base because of what this moron did, bro?
Imagine the roar of Anfield, then silence. The Premier League's curtain raiser erupts, not for a goal, but for racism. Can you imagine? Bournemouth's lightning-footed forward Antoine Semenyo, a proud black star, calls the referee in because of a spectator, a 47-year-old Liverpool fan in a wheelchair, who crossed the line. The match grinds to a halt. Play stops. Tension rose. What happens next isn't about football, it's about justice. Stay tuned.
I do not care if they lost that match. I do not care if they bottled a 2-goal lead. I do not care if they scored 2 goals now that ultimately meant nothing in the grand scheme of the result. And I do not care if there were better players than him on the pitch. This is my man of the match. The Kick It Out campaign is done for a reason, and hopefully one day we'll reach a point where we don't have to do it anymore. It's already difficult enough playing against Liverpool at Anfield under the floodlights. And on a day where a brainless individual wanted to try and ruin the start of the new Premier League season, this man showed his character to get his team back on level terms despite being racially abused. To have to do that while you need to deal with the effect of someone racially abusing you near the start of the match, you can't even comprehend that. And through all of that, he still came back, scored 2 well-taken goals to get his team back on level terms. And like I said, they didn't win this match, but I don't care, because the character to go through that and to get those goals, that's enough for me. And that's my man of the match.
Big up Antoine Semenyo. Big up Antoine Semenyo. I'm going to say it over and over again. Big up Antoine Semenyo for his performance today, his goals, but also his mental resilience. Because if it was many other people, I'm telling you right now, that guy in the wheelchair would have been rolling across Anfield. Let me tell you that right now. For the racist abuse that he sent at Semenyo. Liverpool win again. They didn't win in the most classy fashion. They scraped that win. Something that we've seen from Liverpool many times, where they're not the greatest in the first half, and in the second half they find the gear. I think it was a debut of hell for Kirkes. Not only that, I don't think he was good in the Community Shield either. This is Liverpool. He's gonna have to buck up his ideas. He's gonna have to buck up his defensive skill, because he was too rash. It looked like he was forcing it. It looked like maybe he was trying too hard. But Semenyo was bodying him, going past him, and he was sliding all over the place.
Huge respect to Antoine Semenyo, man. The brother scored 2 goals after getting racist abuse. I can't believe it. In 2025, the fella in the wheelchair, you're a disgrace. You do not represent the majority of the Liverpool fan base, man. And I'm glad Liverpool are going to ban this guy. They need to identify him, name and shame. But big respects to Antoine Semenyo. Really and truly, the guy played on and scored 2 goals.
This is the actual footage on when the racist man on the wheelchair was being arrested.
Full respect, man. In 2025, we're still talking about racism, people, man. How? The football we all love. Can we not come together as one? What's wrong with us, man? It's sad, man. But you know what, man? The football community, we should all stand with Antoine Semenyo, man. Big up to him, honestly. Large up to him.
In the opening Premier League fixture between Liverpool and Bournemouth at Anfield, the rhythm of the game was violently disrupted when Antoine Semenyo, standing poised to throw the ball in, froze. He turned and reported in that moment that he had been the target of racial abuse from the stands, and the stadium hushed. And the referee halted play in the 28th to 29th minute, consulting with both managers and the captains as well. And before this happened, before play could resume, and it was not a goal that sparked the stoppage. But the weight of words rooted in hate. A reserved man in his wheelchair, aged 47, was identified, removed from the ground, and later arrested by Merseyside police on suspension of a racially aggravated public order offence. And authorities immediately launched an investigation, and the Premier League's anti-discrimination protocol came into sharp focus. An anti-racism message echoed through the stadium at halftime, a powerful moment of defiance against bigotry. Yeah, and what followed was a testament to Semenyo's mental strength. He shrugged off the incident, turned on his own heroism, and delivered two remarkable goals in the second half. An almost cinematic fight back, only for Liverpool to edge a 4-2 win, yeah? So Semenyo later took to social media, thanking the entire football family for standing by him, teammates, fans, officials, and even opposing supporters. His words spoke volumes. Last night at Anfield will stay with me forever, not because of one person's words, but because of how the entire football family stood together. It was not just a statement of gratitude, but a beacon of solidarity. And the reaction from across the game was immediate and anonymous. And Liverpool FC condemned the abuse in no uncertain terms, and the Premier League reaffirmed its zero tolerance policy and promised full support. And one of them called it an absolute disgrace, urging that these things should never happen. And while managers and players of both sides rallied united against racism, and FIFA's president extended support, making clear that FIFA's Players Voice Panel and anti-racism initiative would reach out to Semenyo, reinforcing that global football stood with him. Merseyside police pledged to pursue a stadium banning order as well as possible prosecution, a firm step beyond mere condemnation. And through it all, the pulse of the beautiful game came alive, not in spite of, but because of a moment of darkness. And this wasn't about clever footwork or tactical masterstrokes. It was about character, courage, and the power of collective resistance to hate. And in just 4 minutes of narrative, one sees how football and humanity can stand tall when confronted with its ugliest face.